Hey, I'm Whakaio and I play guitar.
I'm Jenna and I sing. We're both in Tonight Alive, and this is how music saved our lives. I think I became involved with music at a really young age just because I grew up with a lot of cousins putting on plays for our family at functions and singing and making up dance routines. So we were young doing that, but I started playing guitar when I was 10, and then I started writing music between 11 and 12.
I guess we always had music in our lives. We had that before football every Saturday we used to watch video hits on TV, and I don't know, my parents are obviously very into music, so I would always have music.
My dad played me like old rock and roll growing up, so even in primary school kids were like, why do you listen to that? So it was always a personal thing for me. The
biggest message on our new record, just called The Other Side, is kind of the idea of black and white and opposites, that I guess if you're in a dark place, there's always going to be that light place.
The light that follows it.
Yeah. I think finding small steps and finding small things that make you happy rather than trying to change it completely. Being realistic about it.
I think the closest experience I've ever had with sort of anyone contemplating suicide, talking about it, or even just touching on the subject was a couple of years ago. A fan came to a show in Brisbane in Australia, and she brought me a letter, and we'd only met a few times before that, but I recognised her, I know her by name, and I know sort of a little bit about her story. And she said to me she had seriously contemplated suicide just like in a time just right before I had seen her again, and said, you know, she changed her mind because her phone rang and her phone ringtone is our song. And I said to her that scares me that you so seriously considered it that the next time we come to Brisbane maybe you weren't going to be there. I think that really took her back, because to me, like, we're practically strangers considering family and friendships, kind of thing like that. Like, think about the ways that those people would miss and feel her not there.
When we recorded our first album, we didn't really know where we wanted to go. Message-wise, I guess we always wanted to have a message and be that band that band's for us. And I guess it was when fans started to come to our shows and came with letters and all their stories. It definitely solidified that whole, you know, what are you so scared of thing, and being your own person and being a strong person, that you can get through all that kind of stuff. And it definitely comes down to those influences of those kids coming up to us and us trying to help them in the only way that we know how, through writing songs, I guess.
I think a lot of fans have come to us and sort of said, your band saved my life, or I mean, you changed this for me, or you did this for me. And while that's like the coolest thing in the world to hear, I think that everyone already has the power to do that for yourself, and it's kind of just about finding those little things, as Whakaio said, that really unlock that and sort of trigger that person in you that is able to stand up and rise above things, even if it's rising above the side of you that pulls you down or restricts you. I think the worst thing that anyone can do for themselves is hold themselves back, because it's one thing to let other people's judgment interfere with, you know, your happiness, but to let your own self-conscience take that sort of peace of mind away from you is so dangerous, and it's easy for anyone to go through that. I think to round off what we're really saying here is there's like two choices that you have, and one of them is to sit with your problems, wallow over them, be upset about them and not move forward. And the other is to say, that's not the person that I want to be. I want to be stronger than that. And it is a choice that we all have to make.